Now, questions. Okay. Anyone? Got to start? Yeah, sure.
They say reborn.
Mm-hmm.
There's some conflicting views among Buddhists. Some say that reborn immediately, and some say no, there's a gap in between that you'll be reborn in certain days, months. What's your view on this?
Oh, both are right. Both are right. Both are right, depending on who passes away. My understanding is this: let's say arhats, arhat pass away, no more rebirth, so no problem, okay, right? But the saints, those the stream-winner, one-returner, non-returners, I would say their rebirth are immediate because their minds are pure and they're very calm. And those who meditate, those who are peaceful, probably they also rebirth immediately. Those who keep the precepts, Who are those who take a long time to be reborn? People with a lot of craving. They cling on to their life. You notice, I don't know if you've watched that series last time, The Ghost Whisperer. Have you ever watched that? Yeah? All the story, there's one very interesting theme. Why do those ghosts get stuck in this world? They are unfinished business. They have a lot of craving, right? So, don't have unfinished business. Okay. Well, what does it mean, unfinished business? That means they think about their possessions, they think about their money, they think about this, they think about that. That's why I tell myself, I have to be very careful. Even though I can't finish my translation, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. That's why I tell myself, I continue next slide. I don't think about it now. Can't finish, never mind. Okay. So we cannot be attached to anything in this world. Remember, Buddha told Moggallana, let it go. Let this go of this world. You cannot take it with you. Right? So when we are going, we only bring our karma with us. So these beings who are caught up with this intermediate state, there is a period, The suttas often mention that. Because they're attached to something in this world. So the body is dead, the body cannot support life anymore. So the consciousness moves up, but it is a disembodied consciousness. This consciousness cannot talk, no more body, no voice. So it cannot communicate, right? It is not strong, it's weak. The fuel is craving. Craving is what keeps it going on. Another word for karma. So they're kind of floating around, and they're kind of like, in a sense, they're suffering because it's a strange new experience. For example, they want to communicate with you, they can't. They want to do something they are used to, they can't because they're a different kind of life already, right? So they are lost, So my understanding is the longer they tarry, the longer they wait, the weaker they become, and they're going to go down into a suffering state. Or sometimes they might even go straight away into a suffering state like that. So these are the people, these are the beings we can use our loving kindness to help. Because if they are close to us, or they are close to this place, they will hover around here. Tirakutta Sutta says they wait at the doors, wait around the walls, remember? So loving kindness is the best way to help them. Imagine, we are those intermediate beings, and we are floating around here, and then our children are here discussing Dharma, And then at the end of it, they say, may our parents be well and happy. And we feel very good when we hear that, don't we? Right? Someone say, may you be well and happy, we feel good. So that's how we can help them. By radiating karma. Remember, the sutta doesn't say only to your relatives, This is a traditional Chinese belief. You only help your relatives. No, it's not like that. It can be anyone. What if your relative is born as a cat, or a dog? You still you can't send them merits or loving kindness because they're reborn elsewhere. Only this intermediate state being and the pretas, they can sense this, they can benefit from this loving kindness. But other beings, if they are nearby, yes, they can benefit. If you send your loving kindness out, specifically to a certain being, it is possible they will receive it also. When we say, may all beings be well and happy throughout the world, throughout the universe, we are referring to our own mind, we're purifying our mind. Okay? Whether it reaches the whole universe or not, we don't know, but that's not important. We are purifying our mind with loving kindness. And then with that pure and happy mind, we continue sending loving kindness to all these other beings who are suffering, especially when they are stuck in between in an intermediate state. If you read the Tirakutta Sutta, you remember we did it here. when we start saying idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hotu nyatayo, this this merit I dedicate to all these people who passed away, then they rejoice in it. You see, that means they can benefit from the loving kindness, and then they bless you. They like thank you for it, and then they are reborn. They fall from the Preta stage. You know? So here, in other words, the key idea is loving kindness. You never go wrong. You have loving kindness. Okay? During the last rites, loving kindness is the most important quality. Not all those noise, not the offerings, but loved ones, friends, get together to pray for the dead with loving kindness. Don't forget loving kindness. Yeah. So the answer is it can be immediate for the saints and so on, or it will take some time, up to 49 days, maybe longer. I asked a lot of monks. They say, 49 is just symbolic number. So, in fact, most of the scholars are not sure. It can take as long as necessary.
They call it the Bardo stage.
Yeah, that's a Tibetan word, intermediate state. It just simply means intermediate, in between state. You know, in the Metta Sutta, there is a word that Bhutawa Samba Vesiva. Remember that word Samba Vesiva? May all beings that are born and those who are about to be born. Remember? Samba Vesi. Samba Vesi, that is the intermediate being. So we send them loving kindness also. It's in the Metta Sutta. Right?
Is